Timberwolves brought it to the Lakers in Game 1. Game 2 tonight, L.A. trying to answer back with some of that physicality that J.J. Redick was talking about. Minnesota almost surprised the Lakers in Game 1. Luka, he came to play again, puts it on the deck and gets it to go, and then they swing it around. Doncic gets a clean look. Flash. And watch Luka. Looks over at the Minnesota bench. Yeah, I see you. Here's Doncic on that shot.
Hey, off the shot, I look at the bench. Yeah. I know what's going to. I think my best Steph impression.
The best Steph impression. Okay, Doncic outscored the Timberwolves in the first quarter. Lakers up by 19 after one. Second quarter, LeBron long two. Then Luka to LeBron. Knocks down to 3. Lakers up by 22 at this point. And then Doncic at 6'6", isolates with Rudy Gobert, who's got 7 inches on him. And Luka's like working him like a cup of tea or something. In and out, and finally off to the side, gets the basket to go. Again, Luka. Oh,
that was sweet.
Little pocket pass to Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic joins AD and Kobe as the only Lakers since '97 with 25-5 in a playoff half. Lakers led by 15 at the break. Third quarter, Anthony Edwards rising up, throwing down on Jackson Hayes. Yeah, they love it for good reason. Ant getting loose. Timberwolves still down by 13 there. They made runs, but every time they did, Luka and company just a little too much. Doncic just shovels it home. He had 31 points in this one. Lakers up by 16 after 3, fourth quarter. Austin Reeves to LeBron cutting to the hoop. Lakers up 11. Then LeBron. Oh, the steal of Ant. And goes right between two guys for the score. And then under a minute to go, Doncic. One more time, this time with the left. Lakers win it, tie the series at 1 apiece. Here's Luka moments ago.
It's fine, but it don't matter. We got to win no matter what. If I have 30, if I have 10, we just got to win. This is about players, this is about team, and we just got to win.
Before the game, you and I talked about the physicality from Game 1. You said that you all let go of the rope. How did you hold on in this one and meet that intensity? Yeah,
we play hard for 48 minutes. You see from the start, we jump, we play physical, and that's how we got to play the whole 48 minutes.
This crowd would get pretty hyped whenever you were matched up with Rudy Gobert. How did you attack that matchup?
Yeah, from the start, I always say I like to attack centers. And the first, I got a little bit going in the first quarter, set the tone for everybody else, and I think we just go from there.
You also played some lockdown defense there in the fourth. How'd you show up as a defender tonight?
Yeah, I think I did great. The whole team helps, but it's not just about individual difference. It's about all 5 on the floor. We're great in shifts, and that's what we got to do.
Lastly, what do you need to take from this game into Game 3 to get another W?
We got to play the same way, same physicality. It's going to be hard. I remember playing Minnesota. The crowd is in. They have an amazing fans, but we got to stay locked in. It's us against them.
Thank you so much, Luka.
All right, we got Chiney here with us to talk about this. You did notice the defensive intensity from LeBron and Luka and the whole team in this game, so they come back and win it. What stood out to you about the Lakers' performance tonight, Chiney?
So I was in the building, I was across the street, I saw this in person, and I was trying, you guys know I don't use choice language, right? But the only way I can describe it is the Lakers, in particularly Luka Doncic, they played pissed off. They played, I guess a better way to say it is like your hair's on fire. That's how they played in this game, especially when it came to the first quarter. I was watching Luka hunt mismatches. They were trying to pick on Rudy Gobert. You guys remember those scenes from last year. He loves to do that. And after he scored bucket after bucket or drew foul after foul, what happened? He was talking his talk. There was one shot that Luka knocked down, and he turned away and then looked back at the bench. I mean, this was the Lakers team that had that fight, that sense of urgency that they lacked in Game 1. And both LeBron and Luka almost messed around and got triple doubles. So this was a great, I guess you can say, recalibration of the Lakers team.
Yeah, Lakers won this one wire to wire after really getting dominated in Game 1. What have we learned from the first 2 games of this year? What should we expect the rest of the way here, Chiney? Any idea?
I expect that this is going to be a popcorn series. This series is probably going to go at least six, maybe seven. But what I do like from Los Angeles is that, obviously Luka Doncic has had big game ones and game twos. But then we saw LeBron James show up. And it's not the normal LeBron where you expect him to just score or shoot threes or have these crazy plays. It was him at 40 years old, diving on the floor for loose balls, hustling, being physical, getting the steal that really helped seal the deal and make sure they maintain their lead. Reeves also drawing charges. They played with heart and grit, and that is absolutely necessary because now it goes to Minnesota, and that is Ant's hometown where he's going to feel like he's even more confident.
Looking forward to that one. Game 3 Friday on ESPN. Chiney breaking it down for us here on SportsCenter. The Lakers believing with the Timberwolves tonight. Here's J.J. Redick at the podium, new on SportsCenter.
We were very physical tonight, as were they.
What do you think, adjustment-wise, what was something that you felt like worked for you guys as you held them to in the low 80s in points?
Again, we were physical. I think, playoffs require a different level, and like I said pregame, it took us about 2.5 quarters in game 1 to get to that level of physicality.
JJ, it was, I think, midway in that third quarter. They cut it to 11. You seemed like you were trying to get you guys to run a play, sideline, you called timeout, pretty animated. Because what led to that frustration, and what do you think of the response from the team to, I think, increase the lead back up to 20 in the aftermath of that?
Not frustration, just coaching. I think when we were organized in the right spots, we ran some good stuff, and frankly, we missed some open threes. AR got some great looks. So I mean, other than just a couple, kind of disorganized plays, we played good offense tonight, and there was, as a coach, you can see it coming when the other side of that is on the horizon, and it was building, and just wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page.
Just to kind of follow up on that, you guys had 58 points in the first half, 36 in the second half. How much of that was just you felt like the shot quality was good and missing open looks?
I don't know what our turnover total. I know we had at least one shot clock violation there in the fourth, and I don't know what our turnover total was in the second half. But I mean, I can think of 5 or 6 plays. Bron twice from 4 feet in the paint, Rui at the rim. LeBron from the corner, Doe with a couple great looks from the corner. Again, we're going to live with that process and live with that result. And I think it's fair to say we won the game with our defense tonight, but our offense had a lot to do with that. Not allowing them to get out in transition, and when they did, as AR did late in the game, taking the charge, we were able to stop them from scoring, or in some cases stop them from even getting a quick shot up, and then they had to run half-court offense. So I just think as much as it was the defense tonight, our offense actually helped quite a bit with some of the transition stuff.
JJ, Rui got, to your right, Rui got banged up. He has to put a mask on. At one point, he throws the mask off, keeps competing, gets fit for another mask, and he's battling on the block. He's going into the lane on offense. He's trying to get offensive rebounds. Just how do you think his effort typified the shift you guys wanted to see in physicality tonight?
Yeah, he played like a warrior tonight. I'm sure that he's probably in the X-ray room right now. But he did a lot of really good things. I think when we watched the tape, there was a few plays that he made, just getting deflections and disrupting plays, leading to late shot clock possessions for them. Some plays at the rim, that don't